Okay. So, all right, good evening. We'll be looking at this evening, we'll be talking about or doing our practical on object-oriented programming and error handling in machine learning. So all of us will be working together. So I'm sure at this now you are here. So all I need you to do is open a new notebook. You should have an interface like this. You should see something called untitled.ipymb.
Yes, it's that.
All right,
That's
so
what
I want you to right click, rename, and call it your name. I'll call my Oluwole.
.imp.
Yeah, so OOP.imb. IPYMB. So you rename. So by now you should see, you should have your name named this way. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me know. Can you see that?
Yes, I have
All right.
it.
Enter into your first this and let's print a very warm message. You can print, let's just print a warm message and say, we are ready for today's class. We are ready for today's class.
Why is your print in a green color? Mine is not.
Don't mind MacBook.
Okay, it has changed.
Don't mind MacBook. People are always saying it. I said, don't mind them. I don't know why it does that. I see a lot of, you are using Windows, right?
Yes.
Sometimes like that. But funny enough, that by the time it starts updating, you start getting all these functions also. So let's run this. Let's run this cell. You can use a Shift Enter, or you just click the play button. So let's use Shift Enter. So we should have a message that says what? We are ready for today's class. Do you have this also?
I'm typing.
Okay, you're typing, all right.
Yes.
So that's why I want us to do hands-on, so that the more you type on, the better we become and the easier for us to code. So we are good to go. Okay. So if you are done with that, the next thing I need you to do is on this next line, this place here, you see, I want you to type practical.
Yeah.
You type practical and put a double column, and let's call it Python functions. And open a bracket and say hands-on. So beside this now, I want you to open, you can see what I'm doing and say header. Let's use header 2. Then let's close and say header 2. So before you can do this, you need to change this place here. You see the top part here, you change it to markdown. To change to markdown, if you run, you can run this. You can see that what you have, you should have something like this called practical Python function hands-on. So we are ready to go on. So let me recap for Joseph that just came in. Joseph, can you please quickly unmute yourself? We have less time. Please unmute yourself. If you are there, Joseph, quickly unmute yourself so I can give you the instructions. Are you using your laptop or your phone? Good evening.
I have a question. What you wrote, the H2, did you put it inside a square bracket?
No, it's look at the bracket I used. Can you see? Your greater than and less than bracket.
Okay, and then there's H2 inside.
There's H2 inside, yes, exactly. Then you change this, please. Look at where I'm pointing at. You change to markdown before you run it.
Okay.
Then you run. Okay. So Joseph, back to you, please. Don't mute yourself, Joseph, please. Unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Are you with your laptop today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you installed your Anaconda?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have everything. I'm actually following you. I'm following you. It's what you're doing, sir.
Oh, great.
Thanks for coming to the class.
No, forget it. No problem. I understand that today is a busy day and today is Friday. So if you are following us, please, let's go on. Today we want to do hands-on. And our practical section is going to be on what we did in our first class. So I can come back here and edit. I hope Emiran is following, please. So don't mute yourself today. So we can come back here. I put a return and I put H3. Use H3.
But how did you? Okay, you can just click on it and say edit. Where did you get your edit?
You double click on that you come back here when you double click. If I run like this now, you see it's gone. Come on it like this and double click.
I've seen.
Okay, all right. So call it. I want you to give it the header 3 OOP and error handling. Can we do that? OOP and error handling. Then you close it using your header 3. So you make sure it's still in markdown, then you run. Okay. So let's have it that way. So if you are there now, if you've done what I can see now, so we'll start with the first with a simple function. We want to define a simple function. You say def. Call the function greet. Open a bracket and add the name. Make sure that in front of the name you add not your semicolon, but the full colon. You come down and press your enter so that it gives you an indent. You say return. This, as I'm doing this, I'll have to call you up to share your screen so I'll be sure. After we've done about some few, to be sure that you are getting what I'm doing. Or you can just be doing a screenshot with your phone and be putting it on the page so that I can be sure that you are following me. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, great. So instead of me saying share your screen, you can just do a screenshot for me. So it makes life It makes life easier. So let's be careful with this bracket. This bracket should be a curly, should be this, where is it? Should be this bracket. Exactly. So name. Let's do that. All right. So don't forget to add your inverted comma, the double inverted comma. Okay. Or your double quotation, sorry. Then you click enter. Click enter 2 times. Then you say print. You put your name. Make sure that what is the double quote. All right, so I'll wait for you. I'll be expecting you to do a screenshot of this, but not now. Let's run it first. So if you run this, you should see what? Oluwole. So name is what? Oluwole. We can modify this to say, and just come in and say, I am Oluwole. And put comma and what? O students. So you can do that. You rerun again. So you should have this. So I'll be expecting our screenshots. So before the screenshot, please, I want the screenshot to be sent to this number. So just look at your screen. You can add me quickly on this number. If you see this number, 757909. So just add me quickly on this number and send me your screenshot so that I can be sure that what you are being carried along. All right. Have we all taken this number so I can clean it off? Okay, no need. Just call it a markdown and I print it. So you can see the number there. So my number is there. So this is just what our just simple greet function. So we can still modify more and add comments. You can add a comment using your hash and say this is a simple greet function. We run again. So you can see that it only prints what? It only prints, this is just a comment. Anytime you have an hashtag, you have done what? You are creating what? A short comment for your code. All right, so I'll be expecting this screenshot. Okay, so let's go to the next line, or let me wait for us. I'll just give us another 2 minutes. so that I can get the screenshot. I want us to be sure that we're really doing some things together so that it's easier for you and I. Okay. Miriam, you are still on it?
Yes, I'm still on it, please.
Okay. Joseph, what about you?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir.
Just a minute, okay. When you guys are done, I think your screenshot will let me know that you have been able to achieve what I've also done. All right. So done?
Okay, my own. It's not printing out for me. I don't know why.
Can you screen? That's why I said do a screenshot so I can see what you are doing. If you have
Okay.
an issue, just screenshot to me immediately to the number, this number I've given us, add me, and just screenshot so I can see what is going on. So I will know maybe there's something you're missing out that that should have been that shouldn't have been missed out. Did you get an error message?
No, I didn't get any message. It just maybe I've not. I'm wondering if because my print is not highlighted.
Okay.
So I don't know
Did
why.
you use capital letter for your print?
No, small letter.
Small letter. Did you space the bracket?
Let me I have snapped it. Let me forward it to you.
Okay. Please forward to me quickly.
I think 0906625
Yes.
7909.
09. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I can see Joseph is here. Let's see what Joseph has done. Okay, Joseph you are good to go. All right. So you can, okay. I'm waiting for you, Miriam. Okay, so this is Joseph.
I have snapped it. I'm about sending to you now.
Okay. This is.
Is this the same number I have been chatting with you?
Yes.
I think that's the same number. Okay.
It's the same number. You see where I use this print? This print also we can just use. I was supposed to use greet. We're not using the print function. So we can change to greet. So I think maybe that's why you are having an issue. It's supposed to be greet. So it's not print. I think that's why I made the mistake. It's greet. Can you try greet?
Okay, okay, let me see try greet.
Yeah, try greet.
I forwarded to you.
You forwarded to me now, right? Let me check.
Okay. It seems I am my indentation too.
Aha, great. So you can see that's why when I came here, by the time you after a def function, a def function, you see that it will indent for you. So you need to click twice. If you don't click twice, it won't bring you back to the left.
I've seen. Okay, do you know I still use prints and I just change indentation and it
And
works.
it still works also. If you use
Yes,
grit now,
yeah.
use grit. You'll see that grit will pick this LO. You know, we said that anytime you return the LO and the name.
Okay.
So use grit. You should have something
All right.
like this. All right. So I think we are good there. That's a very good one. So you can see the second, just do that and correct that. You can see the second line. This is just a simple addition function. You can see a simple, so you can try that and do for subtraction.
Yeah. For the greet, it also gave me for
It gave you a
it
nice
just
one.
said hello.
Okay.
Yes, it said hello first.
Okay.
I am Mary. So but with the print, it just says I am Marian. And
Exactly.
well,
The print has
yeah,
overrode your what? Your grid function. But when you use the
yeah,
grid, it uses what? The elements of the grid function. So I've
exactly.
done something now. I've done an addition function. So I want you to do a subtraction function for me quickly and give me a screenshot so that before we
Okay.
go to the next thing. So I've done an addition function. I've defined the function called add, having two numbers. I say return A plus B. And I use the add, and you can see it has given me what? 8. So give me a subtraction function. Quickly, Joseph, the subtraction function, Miriam, the subtraction function. So I can go to the next. We have a lot to do so that we can talk. You know, we spoke about a lot of things. So we can talk about positional and keyword arguments also. Yeah, Nelson, Miriam, I've seen your okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So we are all on point. So let's quickly do
Mm,
let's do a subtraction.
no, no, the subtraction I'm trying to do, but it's not responding. I don't know why.
Can you screenshot again
Okay.
so that before I give you the correction? If you look at what I've done, just hold on, look at what I've done. I've said divide, I've defined what, and I called an addition. So you can say sub, then two numbers with your column, return what? A minus B or B minus A, whichever, or A minus B. Okay, let me see the screenshot.
Okay, yeah, you said I should say sub, not subtraction.
No, I've told you a function must have what? So you don't need to use the full name. Just use a short something. Sub. SUB. Let me
It's still
see.
it's still
Yeah.
not working.
Is it not working?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me what you did. Let me see what you did.
Okay, let me screenshot.
Send me a screenshot so I'll see. Okay, Joseph, that's a good one. So if we subtract 21 minus 15. We subtract it, we get what? This is a good one. Please make sure you are saving. Come to your right-hand side here and make sure you save all the time. In your file, save all. Always make sure you are saving. So please, that would be a good one. So let's go on. Okay. So Amarachi, I'm waiting for you. As Amarachi, Marian, I'm waiting for your.
Yes, I've sent it.
You sent it. Great. Okay. Yes, Marian, you have done very well. But where's your sub? You didn't tell it after you finished. You didn't put the two numbers you wanted to subtract. Can you
Oh,
see? You didn't put, so this is what you did. You did a def function sub, which is a simple one. You say comma B, which you have done very well. You added your full column. You told it to return what? A minus B.
B.
Exactly. But you forgot to use your sub and call those your two numbers. 10 minus 5. If I click shift enter, it, oh sorry, 10, 5, sorry. 10,
Okay.
5. Then you run. Can you see that he has given us what? A simple sub function.
Yeah.
So just remember that you must call your argument. You must
I've-
always
I've
what?
gotten
Call
it.
your, exactly. You must always call your argument. So it's a good one, Joseph and Miriam. I'm glad you are getting our hands dirty this evening. So the next thing we are doing now is that also again, we'll go to the next line. Click on your markdown, and type in what we are looking at now. We want to go through the next stage. We want to talk about what? Just a what? We want to talk about positional and keyword argument. So you could just use a simple, just use what's it called? I'll just use star or something. Just say positional. Let me use 2 stars. Positional and keyword arguments. If you remember, if you go back to our lecture, see, so let's run the markdown like that. So you can see it has just given it a smaller so that it's not as big as this. So just two hash your keyword, then go to the next line. So you can go back and edit and call this what? Number 2. Let's do that. Then run your markdown. You should have this now. Okay. Now let's do a def function that introduces your name, your age, and your country. So we call that, we say, well, def introduce. I'll call it introduce. Def introduce or def intro. I'll open a bracket. Then it takes what? It takes our name. It takes your age. And it takes your country. Okay. What do I want it to return? I want it to return, and it's returning. I want it to return my name. My name is. Then call your name. You should call your name using the curly brackets. Then comma. Call your age with the curly bracket. Say years old. And lastly, call your country, says from. With your curly bracket, put in your country. Then you close what? The quotation mark with the double quotation mark. Then you come in here and enter. So what we've done now is that we have created what? A def function, which introduces what? You and says, my name is, I am this years old and what? And then from this country. Now, we want to use positional argument. When you talk about positional argument, you will see the difference between positional argument and what? And keyword argument. When you use a keyword. Now, you have referenced that you should start with your name. So let's call intro. If we call intro, please go on with me as I'm doing this. Call intro. The first thing we said you must call is age. So you open your double quote and put your name there. My name is Oluwole. Then I add a comma. Put my age. I say I'm okay. Number, you don't need to. Then I say I'm from China. All right. So if we run this is a positional. So I will tell you what, I think we spoke about it in the class. What is positional and what is keyword? Positional, sorry, which is a positional argument. Positional, based on the position. So if you run this now, you should get this. Can you see? My name is Oluwole, 30 years old from China. Can you see that? It's a positional argument. But now, keyword, positional, when you talk of positional word means that it must follow what you have done. If I make a mistake now, let me show you something now. I remove this 30 and start with what? 30 first and put a comma. See what will happen. It says my name is 30. Oluwole years old. Can you see that it doesn't make sense at all? Because it is working with what? The position. The position. Now you don't want your system to look like this. Immediately somebody makes a mistake and the person forgot that should start with the name and started with a number. So let's edit this back. So you see how we are going to change. Okay, let me leave it that way. Let me leave it so that you see the difference between the positioner and what? And the keyword argument. Now let's use the keyword argument. Now we've already called the def function. So all we need to do is call it what? Call the function again and say intro. Open your bracket and close. So now we're going to use keyword. I will say age equals 30. Say country equals, make sure you open your China, then comma, say name equals Oluwole. Can you see? If we run this now, can you see now that based on the definition, we said name should come first. But now our arrangement has started with age, then with country and name. If we run, what will go on? Can you see that it says what? My name is Oluwole, 30 years old. So now we have used this, what we call the keyword argument, to counter the errors that occur. So this is a keyword argument. We have used that to counter the errors that could occur when you are using what? A positioner. So anytime you are using positioner, if it is not rightly placed the way it is, it will print that way. For now, because of positioner, you've seen 30 as a name and seen age as Oluwole and country as China, which is not supposed to be so. But when we use keyword argument, no matter the way you arrange, without order, you see that keyword does not have any order, it will follow this. It will follow. So you won't even have any issue at all. So you see that this is smarter what? Smarter programming than this. So that is what our positional what programming is. Okay, so before we go on, so that I can be sure that you've gotten this, have everybody been able to type this out? Are you at this stage? Joseph, kindly unmute yourself so that you don't have to be unmuting and you can be, unless if where you are is not so quiet. Marian, are you at this stage?
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm still writing.
Okay. Joseph, good. You are there. Okay. Okay, no problem. Joseph, you don't need to unmute. Since just let me know so that I want to be sure you are carrying me along with your screenshots. So that's good. That's good. I can see that you've done an extensive one using the name is got to input and things like that, which is also very, very, very good. All right, so you have done an input function like a system. It asks you to enter your name. It asks you to enter, which is very, very, that's very good. That's very good. All right, a very good one. So we're going that in that route. So the next question I'm going to give you now is that I want you to create what? Which is like a classwork. Then we'll go to the next one called default parameter. Now I want you to create a student record, which is called with parameters that have what? Name, course, and level. Create, let me just write it here.
Please, let me send this. I'm still on that position.
Okay.
It's not, I don't know why it's not giving me.
Okay, send me your screenshot. Let me see what is going on.
But I like the results.
Yeah, send me. Let me see what's going on. Send it to me.
Okay.
I'll see what's going on. So I will be writing the next question while Joseph is going on. You'll be following, but send me your screenshot so I can follow you now. So I want you to create. Okay, you sent it. All right. Hold on. Joseph, hold on for us. Let me see. Yes, you have done the same mistake again. Indentation.
Oh.
Have you seen your indentation? I told you after your return statement, click on enter twice. So it returns you back to your what? To your former indentation. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Please do that again now and run it and send me your screenshot again.
Yes.
Okay. I want to see your screenshot to be sure that you have gotten it. Okay. So don't be hard on yourself. That's why I wanted us to do hands-on today. Because I realized that just teaching and I'm just doing everything, it doesn't help at all. But when you are doing it, you can see these mistakes now. You'll find out that in your next practical class, you'll be better than this. So it's
Yeah.
best for us this way. So now what I want to give you now, I've done this for you, created what? A def function that does an introduction. Now I want you to do a def function that will tell me I want 3 parameters. What are the 3 parameters that I need? Create a def function with 3 parameters. The 3 parameters are, I want your name, your course, and level. So you can call it student record, you can call it student level or whatever. I want you to use it to return what? My name, your name, is studying a course at what level. So you are going to be having it this way. So this is what I want it to look like. So it will return name. Let me put it like this: name. It will return your name. Is studying with your course at level. So you're having the curly bracket this way with your level, your course, with your curly bracket, and your name. So can we quickly do that and quickly send to me? Let's go on. We still have a lot to do tonight. So let's go on. So create what? This function. This is a class exercise. Let's go on. 5 minutes. All right. So I want you to use what? I don't want you to use a positional. I want you to use keyword argument. Use a keyword argument to what? To call it. All right. So let me also do mine. Let me do mine. All right, let's do that quickly, everybody. All right, Joseph, you are done. I'll check what you've done now. Okay, so I think we should be rounding up now. Okay. Let me see, Joseph. Amarachi, waiting for you. All right. So this is good, Joseph. Good, 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 good. All right, Amarachi, we're waiting on you. I'm happy the way you guys are moving tonight. This is good.
Error. Expected an indented block.
Yes, your indentation again.
Yeah.
Your indentation. You must take note of your indentation. Immediately after a return statement, your indentation must go back to the extreme left. So it's always easier this way when you are here. Just click on enter 2 times. It returns it immediately for you. All right, so I'm waiting so that we can go on. Okay. Okay. So while Miriam is trying to correct this, I want us now with this. So we've been able to talk about what? Positional and what? Key arguments.
So let
Positional.
me
Okay.
snap.
Okay, please snap to me. Snap to me. Good. Let's allow you snap to us then.
I move it, it will clear the error, but it's not giving me the results. Then when I return it back, it will tell me indentation error. So
Have you snapped to me?
I'm doing that right
Okay,
away.
snap to me. All right, Joseph, let's wait. I'm just glad we are achieving. I can see screenshots which is good. Amaracha, I'm sure you will see, we'll find out that it's just something little, then we'll be able to sort it. Don't let it bother you at all. We are all learning. Okay. I've seen it. Just sent it now. So what's this error saying? The
It
error
says
is saying, Miriam, yes. The key argument. You can see your Miriam is too far from your equals to. Anytime you are using the equals to call like a parameter, they should be joined together.
okay.
Then, secondly, you forgot your return statement. Your return statement is missing. After your def intro, you have put your name and your course. You did not tell your function to return anything. So you are supposed to have your return with the F. My name is Marian. This course and this. Have you noticed?
Yeah. Oh, is that the reason? Because I
Yes.
know that we didn't do that for the keyword arguments on my name is Marian.
Because we have already, that's why I just used 2 blocks. I already defined the function. I used a position now, then now used what? A keyword. Now you need to first create a function. You can't just continue because this argument of this intro does not go with this, what we are doing now. Now we are creating a student record. So I said create with these 3 parameters. So you can use the word intro, but you must return something. And I told you what to return. Return name is studying course at level with level. So
Okay.
please let's be careful with the what's it called, the arguments and the parameters. Anytime, always remember, anytime you are defining a function, there must always be a return statement. So because I just split this into 2 lines. I could put these 2 together and run them and they will follow one another. But I wanted you to understand what positional does and what keyword argument does. So you need to create your function. You have done the right thing with the first one, which you have called your def intro, your name, course, and then enter and put a return function before you now call the function. Then in calling of the function, your name is equal to must match together. There shouldn't be any space in between them. No space at all. No space at all. All right. So can you quickly correct that then?
I'm still having error. Let me snap and send.
Okay, snap and send to me again. Okay. While you are snapping to me, I will show you what you are trying to do. This is Dev. This is Amarachi's code. Joseph, also you two, you are looking at it. So this is what Amarachi has done. She has called a function level. Have you sent the new picture?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Yes. Your return, man, should be before. You are calling a function before your return. What you have as line 2, intro, should be the 3rd line. Return should be after your definition. See what you have done. Let me show you. This is how the order should look like. Return. Can you look at your code as you are looking at what I've done now?
Yes.
So your return should be before you call your what? Before you call it.
It has worked.
It has worked. Great. Great. That's fantastic. So I'm glad that you are getting that now. So always remember, immediately afterwards, after a def function, there's always a return statement. So let's go to the next thing. Now I want to look at what I'm trying to see if we can finish what we did in the first class. Do you remember when we talked about default parameter? So let's do that again. Change your code block to what? A markdown and call this, let's use the number 3. Let's call this number 3. Number 3, and say default parameters. And close and run it. So this is the 3rd thing we are doing, which is called what? Default parameters. So let's look at a default parameter. You can come and you can say what? Def welcome. Anytime you're welcome. We don't need somebody's name. So I say what? Name. Anytime the person comes in, defaultly, just say welcome guest. So I put a return and just tell it to welcome what? Just welcome the person. Just welcome the individual with just the name. So if I call this function now, if I call this function and say welcome with just this bracket alone, see what happens. What happens? Ooh, what did I do? I've done something wrong somewhere. Okay, I didn't close my, you see, I didn't close that. So when I say, well, what's happening? What have I done wrong? Def welcome. Oh, see, I didn't reference my guest. Strings must always be what? Be in quotes. Strings must always be in quotes. Please, let's always remember that. So you can see it says welcome guest. This is a default function. We have already put it there that, okay, anyone that comes in, it says welcome guest. But you know, you can change this default function and override the default function. What do I need to do by overriding the default function? You can come to this next line and say welcome, and we can add Joseph's number, name, and just say Joseph. When we print, you realize that what? It has what? It has overriding what? This function. But if you don't reference anything here, if we had come here to say welcome name, it will have given us guest also, but no need to say, because we already said name is equal to guest. So this automatically picks everything that is here and calls it guest. But immediately we call the welcome function and add a name, it overrides the default. So you can create a default. So I just want us to know that you can create, based on what we have been doing, you can create a default that, okay, I don't want to see anybody's name. Anyone that comes onto the system, what is called what? Is just called a guest. So let's go on. So the next thing we are looking at our args. So please write your comment again. Don't worry, I will share this video with us. But let's try and follow. We still have a lot of, we are 2.4, parameter 4. And we are still going to about, we still have 2.4, we are going to 5 point something. So I hope we'll be able to round it up tonight. So let's look at what the args does. The args parameter, if you remember, args and keywords. So your argument and your keyword what? Arguments. Let's run this as a markdown. So I'll come back and say this is number 4. Still run it again. Okay. So let's do a small demo. What does your argument does? And what does your keyword argument? What is the difference between them? So let's do an argument called what? Let's define a function that adds 2 numbers together, or that adds just numbers together. So let's call it add numbers. Add numbers. And in here, we reference what? Our star argument. Based on the argument that we give it, we don't want, we are not going to put any parameter based on the argument that is it is given. So we say return the sum of the argument. Return the sum of the argument. So we put the argument there. So if we return and say what? Add numbers. And open bracket. And I say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I say run. Can you see? No matter the number of arguments, as long as you have used your argument what? The function or parameter, no matter, we have said it, return the sum of the argument. If we put 500 numbers, it will add the 500 numbers together. If I decide to add just 2 numbers, put 2 numbers, as long as what is following this argument, we have said what? Add numbers based on the argument and return the sum of the argument. So if this, the input is almost 500 numbers, it will add what? The 500 numbers together.
Yeah, I have a question based on
Go on.
the welcome statement.
Okay.
I have an error, and I didn't know. I guess you had those error initially when you call the function welcome, and that that you got before you got this welcome guest.
Yes.
You had it. Those errors is what I'm having, and I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong.
I think you have done the same thing with me. When I defined, the first error I had was number 1. I did not put my guest. Every string must be in what? In a quotation.
I put it in a quotation.
Then did you miss the second quotation?
name. I put it in quotation. That is after the F string.
Can you screenshot, please? Anything you see that you have an error, screenshot to me immediately. Let me look at it.
Okay, I'm sending you
All
now.
right. Okay. Now for your classwork again, just send to me, ma, and try and just catch up. Joseph, can you try? Why, Amarachi, I'm still solving your welcome. The Amarachi, you come and do yours. Can you try to create an argument that does what multiplication based on the argument? I need you create a def function, a function that what that multiplies numbers together based on your argument quickly. So send your screenshot to me.
So can I
It's
make use of can I
Hello?
make use of a loop?
Huh?
So can I make use of a loop, or
You
is it a specific
just do a straightforward this thing. I don't want us to go because we are all learning together. So it doesn't just do. We are still coming to loop functions. Let's just go poco a poco.
Have you seen my screenshot?
I'm looking at it, man.
Okay.
Hold on for me. Okay. What does it say? He said, welcome is not defined. How come welcome is not defined? You see what you did, ma? When you defined your welcome, it was a small letter W. When you are calling the welcome, you use a capital letter W.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see the good thing about Python. That's there, anytime you see, just be looking at when it tells you the name of the error. See what it was telling you, say, well, name, welcome is not defined. So you go and look at it. Welcome, I define welcome now. What's the difference? One is a capital letter, the other is a small letter. So if you do that now, has it run?
Yes, it has run.
Okay. Can you run the second one too? Welcome, Marian. Did you override it?
Let me run that.
You make sure you change it to small letter because that one too is also in capital letter.
Yeah.
Please screenshot to me quickly.
Yes, it has worked.
It has run. Screenshot to me. Screenshot to
Okay.
me. Thank you very much. This is a very good one. I'm good. So you can look at the next one now as you're doing your screenshot. I've said an argument that adds numbers together. Okay, this is great, Amarachi. This is great. I love this. Okay, so let's now, you have seen what I've done now. I've created a function that has numbers based on my specified arguments. Now I want you to now write this same one that does for multiplication. Write yours that does for multiplication. I've done for addition for you. I want you to do for multiplication. Let's go. Yeah. Even if we have to end at this stage, I'm glad that we are getting our hands dirty and we are being able to do a lot tonight, which is one of the major reasons why we are here. It's not just for the theory classes alone. You must be able to understand what is happening around them, around everything that we are doing. So which I'm very, very happy about this evening. Shai Marian, I'm so excited that yes, that you're catching up with us, and this is very great. This is very great. Okay. So just do me a multiplication and let's see how it goes. Let's go. So let me do a multiplication also. Let me do mine. I'll call it multiple. Call my args. Return. Okay. I'll not say, okay, let's try something. Let's try something and say. See. Question. Yeah, so malts. Yeah. So malts. Because some ads. Okay. See. Return. Malts. Let's do that. No, let's do malt. What did you do? Oh. Hmm. Hold on. I'm still doing addition. This is not an addition. So it's called maths. Okay, let's do that. Merge.
Did you want me to?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I'm still
Okay.
on it.
Joe, are you done? Joseph, are you done?
Not yet.
All right, let's go.
Nearly done.
All right. I'm waiting for you guys. 3 more minutes. Let's go. We can do this.
Wait. Please, what is the question? I am done with
You are
this
done with
addition.
the addition. Now I said do for multiplication.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yes, do for multiplication.
This thing is sweet though.
You are beginning to enjoy it now.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's the way it is.
Sir,
Yeah.
I want to ask, concerning what you actually did, I'm looking at your code and I'm wondering, is this not for addition? Are we asked to do like for the sum of the multiplication?
Now you can you see my code now that I'm doing? Can you notice that I'm using
A for loop, that's what I was asking previously. That can we make use of it?
that was I was wondering why you were when you were asking me, are you supposed to use a for loop? I was wondering what do you want to use for your multiplication. So kindly go ahead again. Now you saw me doing it. Now you are surprised at what's going on. Yes, you are correct, but I didn't want to answer you. I wanted to look at how were you going to call that without using a for loop. So for loops, I'm not sure have we gotten to the class have we gotten to for loops? I'm not sure if I've taught you guys. Have we spoken now? Have we done for loops?
No.
Okay. So we'll start talking about the last class. I didn't talk about for loops.
No.
Wow. So I need to talk about it's beginners class. It's been like beginners class. So this is a for loop. This is what a for loop does. So you can see what the for loop. So what's happening here? Let me just explain what's happening so that as Joseph is also going on. What's happening here, Amarachi, is that what? We have actually called what the multiply. We have done this. This is a very good one. If you have gotten to this place, you have done very well. Now, what is results talking about? We say what? We start what to identify. So I want to identify your multiplication. I want the system to identify. I say what? Result is equal to 1. Then I want to loop through. I say what? That's why I'm using what? For number in this argument. Loop through all the numbers and multiply them together. That's what all this place is saying. So it's called like it's a for loop. So it just tells you So when we start talking about for loops, you begin to understand, you use words like for. So for number in this number of arguments, where you put in numbers. So these are what they are called the results. When the numbers keep coming in, it uses this. I said what? Can you use multiplication result times this is equal to what? Your number. So for every number you bring in, it multiplies them against one another. So it does 3 times 2, which gives you 6. 6 times 4, which gives you 24. If it's going to multiply the next one, it's going to be 24 times the next number. So that's what all this statement block means. Let my result start from the first one. So I pick the first number. What I'm saying is that result is equal to 1. Pick the first number that is represented. In how many number of arguments now? Multiply them one after the other on themselves. That's what it says here. That's what the result is saying. Result of multiplication is equal to what? How many numbers that you have. So multiply the numbers by the numbers of multiply the first each number that you get, each result that you get. When I say this first one times this, 6, this one multiplies by this. That's what this place is talking about. Then return the result. That's as simple as that. So it's called what? A for loop. Maybe I will have to go back to some of these things for you guys also. So just please remind me, I have to talk about loops again. So can you just do this, Amarachi, try and do this. As Amarachi, Miriam, sorry, Amarachi is in beginner's class. Miriam, sorry. Can you do this?
Yeah.
And how do I want you to do? Let me do something. Okay. Let me make it easy for you. Can you do a subtraction? I think subtraction, can we do subtraction should be easy to do.
Okay.
I think subtraction should be easy to do. Just hold on first. First, do what I've done first. Write the one I've done for multiplication. Write what I've done for subtraction. You've done.
I'm done.
You've done that.
So for the subtraction, I think we're going to use the sum. That is for addition. Will you do it like the addition?
If you do subtraction self with the way it is, subtract is also, we need to use a what? A for loop for subtraction. Yes. You also need to use a for. So I might need to come back. Please just tell me, just let me know without a for loop so that I can teach you guys for loops also.
Okay.
So that it makes your life, maybe you know how to use a for loop. Is fantastic. It saves you a lot of stress. All right. So let's go on. We still have some things to do today. I'm sorry I'm taking our nights, but I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that. All right.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do? Okay.
Subtraction.
Okay, let's now go to
Are we still going to use the 3 numbers? Bless her day. Okay. Can you hear me?
If you are doing a subtraction, you can use 3 numbers also. It subtracts from the other one, writing a for loop. Just remind me that I will touch for loops. Because of our time, let's go to what? Creating your first class. I want us to create.
Is that possible?
Subtraction,
it still gave me 24.
No, that's not possible. Just leave it alone. We'll talk about, I will do it. Just leave it alone. Let's go to the next class. Let's talk about creating your first class. So the first thing I want you to do now, we are creating our first class. So this is number 5. Do your number 5 again using the...
You are not sharing your screen.
My screen is shared though.
Oh, but I'm not seeing what you are doing. Okay.
Can you check again very well? My screen is still remains shared.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see. You are now trying to type. Okay, you have not.
All right. So I said type this and say creating call it my first class. Yes, that's my first class. Creating my first class. So let's run it as a markdown. All right. So let's open a new code block. So I want you to import Panda. Import Panda. I want to create a data frame. Import pandas. Let me see. Import pandas. All right, good there, Joseph. Good. All right. Good. Let's go. Follow me this way now. Import Panda and put an alias as what? PD. Let's enter. So let's create a dummy data frame with missing values. So I want to show us how we can clean data. We want to just quickly do some things. Clean a data. Create an instance of processor. Show the data before cleaning, and apply the clean method and show the data afterwards. After cleaning. So let's first create our dummy data. So if you create our dummy data, I'll say what? DF.
Well done.
Let's go on, please. DF equals to PD dot data frame. So we are creating a data frame. Please follow closely. The syntax are very, very what? Very funny. If you miss them, you might have an issue with it. So it's best just follow it. Click enter. Let's use age. Let's reference some ages. Then use your block bracket. So let's use some age. You have missing data. We want this one to have 25. Want it to have no data, none. Then 30. Okay. So it means that what we have created what? This place here we have created what? Column with missing value. So that's what happened here. You have created a column with what? With a missing value. So put salary. Let's use salary. The same thing. Open your block. Then salary has 50,000 here. Then 60,000. Then none. Okay. Then let's go and close our brackets. Close your curly bracket and close your normal bracket. So you should have something like this. So how do we know that it has been created? How can you verify that this data frame has been created? So we can just do what? df what? Dot edge. Just to be sure that what? We have created this data set, then we print. All right, so can you see? So you should have something like this. I want everybody to screenshot to me. We have created a dummy data. So we have been able to create what? A dummy data. A data frame. Yeah. And you see how we have created a dummy data frame. All right, so you should have, you should have something like this. So we are missing two values. So we want to write what? We want to write some processors that can do what? That can store instances, that we can drop rows with missing values permanently, and do that. So let's see if we can. If we can. Are we all here? I'm waiting for us quickly. You should have created a data frame like this. Just something simple so I can use it to test if after we have cleaned our data, is it working or is not working? So after this, now I want us to what? Create what? A small, okay, let me see. Joseph, okay. Let me see what Joseph has done. Great. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Amarachi, Marian, I'm waiting for you, please. can add more if you want to. Add more.
Okay, have you seen mine?
Okay, I'm going through it now. Let me go there and check yours. Oh, this is great. So this is very good. So I just added more. So you can add more. Okay. So if I print this now, it should increase the size of my. So this is good. This is good. This is good enough. All right. So the next thing we want to do is now we want to create what I call a cleaning data processor. So we can create a function. So we can create a function called a class. I was telling us about class function. So let's create a class. Let's create the following function. Use your comments. Create the following functions. So let's create the following functions. Sorry, not enter, the same place. So let's create a class function first using what we call the data processor. Call a data processor for pre-processing. Use a data processor to do your pre-processing. So we define, you have your underscore. So those, if you see, that's a double underscore in it. So self. Who can remember what I told us that when we are doing this, what are we trying to do? Can you remember what I told us is happening? When I call self, comma df. Anyone, quickly? And tell it what? To do what? Self dot df equals df. Do you remember what we are doing? By doing this, all I've been able to do is to do what? Store the data frame as an instance. So that's all what this does. Let's first store this, what we have here. Let's store it as an instance, which is called what? Self dot what? Dot df. So that anytime we need this, what's it called? All this data, we don't need to start calling this old, what's it called? The old data frame again and be saying pd.data frame. So we've called it what? Self. So can we now create what? Let's create a clean function. We want to create a clean function. So the next line you enter, you say define. You will see what I'm telling you that we have done what? Put everything into what? Into an instance. So all I need to call is to call self. So I don't need to start calling pd.data frame anymore. So self is telling me that what? That all my data now is already what has been created into an instance. So all I need to call is just say what again? Call it and say self dot what? Sorry, that's supposed to be enter. Self dot df dot drop. You use what you call drop NA. When you see drop NA, drop those places that they are non-available. You are dropping, we have areas that are non-available. You see what will happen now. That's why I wanted us to print this. We're going to reprint and you will see what will happen when we do that. When we do that. So we are dropping rows with missing values permanently. So you need to tell it where you see that what they are missing values. That's the place I want you to drop. So you set in place. You set what you call in place equals what? True.
So I thought you said we shouldn't be dropping values. Instead, we can. I thought we're not supposed to be dropping values anyhow.
No, this is part of cleaning. In a process whereby your manager comes and say, where you don't have values, drop them. I told us, if you remember in the last class, dependent on who has given you the data or what's it called?
The instruction.
Exactly. Or what the stakeholder wants. So based on this, so I have to teach you, I'm still also going to teach you how to use main to come. So we're just going gradually first to the drop function first. Then we'll talk about, okay, if you don't want to use for a drop function, you can use our main or median and things like that. So let's go on. So we have
Sir,
created a
this, excuse me, sir.
go on.
The function created, is it still under the data processor class?
Yes, we are creating a class for a data
But,
processor. This is a data processor, so we are.
but
I can't hear you.
I mean the indentation of the second function doesn't actually line up with the class, or is it outside the
Oh,
class?
it's not supposed to. I made a mistake when I was this is how it should be. Thank you very much. It was when I was entering, I went to click on so this is what it should look like. Thank you very much. So the class must be underneath. Thank you. But the next line of code, now we get back to its indentation. Now we will now create an instance again for the processor. So create an instance again for the processor. Create an instance for the processor. So that now we don't want to use the self, we want to call it what? The data, we want to call the data processor itself. So we say for your processor, just go down and say processor is equal to data processor. You know, that's the processor that we're using. And put the DF in it. All right. So that's a processor. Then now let's show the data before cleaning. We want to be able to see what the data looks like. So after it has cleaned, you will now understand what is going on. So you can do print. Use your print function. I say before cleaning. Let's say data before cleaning. Data frame before cleaning. That's a better data frame before cleaning. With a new line. That's your backslash. Let's do a new line so that we can see it very well. Processor dot df. You remember, I've already called it what? A processor dot df. Then close your bracket. Then let's apply the clean method. So we are going to see three things that are happening here. We have already defined what? You are defining the class. You have given the class the clean, you have defined the instant class, you have defined you have defined the class, you have defined the instant function, you have defined the clean function. Now we are now passing it into the processor. Then we want to print the data frame first before. Then we apply cleaning next. So the next thing is apply cleaning. Let's apply cleaning. So that's why I'm always telling you it's good to what? It's always good to put comments so you know what you are doing. So what do we do? All we need to do is now, since we have said processor is equal to processor df. So we can just say processor dot clean. So it will pick this our clean function that will say what anywhere you find anywhere that there's a non-available content, what? Delete completely. Then the last says what? Let's now show our data frame after we have cleaned. Show data frame after cleaning. So you just do the same thing you did here, print, open bracket, enter your, so I want a new line also again, so that nothing is modued together. Say data frame. After cleaning. A new line also, okay, with a new line.
I've eaten rice.
Okay.
Just
Miriam, are you trying to call my attention to something? Hello, Mary, are you trying to call my attention to something? Okay.
no. I was actually responding to somebody here talking to me.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so you should have something like this now. So all we've done is we have created a class called the processor. we have created a function under the class processor which takes the instance of this data frame. We have also created what? A clean function under the instance of the data frame. Then we'll now create an instance of this data processor and call it a processor. You know, I told you anytime you see something called processor is equal to this is a variable what? A variable name. Means that we have assigned what? This class function to processor. And that's why we can print a data frame and call it what? Processor.df. So it prints what? Before cleaning, shows us the table before cleaning. Then we can just add .clean to it to clean the table to what? To reference this function and what? Show the data set after cleaning. So let me run mine. I will need your screenshot. So can you see? This is what we had before. Before cleaning, these were missing values. So you can see after cleaning, it has dropped everywhere. That has what? That has a missing value. So let's try this. I want you to try this, please. Waiting for you guys. All right. So
We're on it too.
no problem. Go on. Go on. Keep going on. I want to show you something else. Keep writing. I want to show you how to make your table look well formatted. When you use the print, you can see that there's something here. So I'll copy this code now and do something in the next line. Just keep doing what you are doing on. Control C. I hope you can see. Where are you? Are you? I hope I've not moved away from where you are.
No.
Okay. So that's great. So I want to do something that formats. I want to format the table to look very well. So I can say, let's try the what? Let me try display. I think display should work fine. Give us a better. Let's do display. So if I run
this, I'm having error.
Where?
At the long stroke. That long stroke, I was thinking is double underscore.
Yes, it's a double underscore I used.
So that's what I used. Let me see. It says
check it again. It's a double underscore. Okay, let's try this. All right. So just take you off. Since I've said no line. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. So I'll show you something when you are done. And you see what I've done, the difference between the first one and the second one, why when you use display and when you use print. Waiting for our screenshots.
Yeah, I'm there.
You got it. Great.
Yes.
Great. So you can send me your screenshot. Okay, Joseph has sent me a screenshot. Yeah, Amarachi too. I think you're sending me your screenshot now.
I've sent mine.
You sent yours too? Okay, so I want to show you something that I usually do. that makes your work as a data scientist a very clean work also. So if you notice something here, when we use the word print, can you see how the data set came out? If you're not careful, it will be difficult for somebody to read what? To read this data set, which is not looking well, it's not looking well arranged to me. So most of the times I don't use print, I use what you call display. Can you see what display has done? Can you see the difference between print and display? Display prints your what? Yes, can you see how formatted, well, put it into columns and row, well formatted, and even give it like a color and things like that. So most of the times, if you don't want to use print, you can use what? Display. So can you see the difference? Yeah. So it looks neater. Somebody can look at your work and wow, this is good though. So data frame before cleaning, something has happened there. I have missed something out. It didn't clean. What it has done for me is that it didn't show the format table. Is it because I've done that? Oh, I've done the cleaning before. So if I want to do that, I need to first do this again. Okay. So you realize that because it has cleaned the table before. So it's seeing it as cleaned. That's why it's telling me that even before cleaning, there's nothing to be cleaned again because it's following this function. So your assignment, let's call it a day because it's almost 10. So that I don't keep you guys. If not, we continue 11 o'clock, we are still here. So I'll be sending you some assignments to do. Then I will send you a complete frame of what I've done, what we've done today. You finish up those codes. Then I want to see all results. That's what I want to see. I'll send you the remaining. We've been able to do out of what we are supposed to do. We've done the major ones. Then I'll send others to you. I want you to also run them, display, save them, and please come into your folders. Can you see your folder? Come into your folder and submit. Intermediate. I've created folders for each person. This is for Joseph, this is for Miriam. So nobody can access your folder. You are the only one that can access your folder. Come onto your folder and save your Python file. Let me show you how you download your Python file. Just come to your file here. Come to your file. Come to your file here. And what? Make sure you save all we have done. After you have done this, make sure you save all. Come to your file and download for me. So when you download and go and install there. So I'm going to you will see in your assignment notebook, you will see a notebook in your assignment folder where you will pick from to make sure that you run other codes successfully. When other codes are being run successfully, then you submit into your individual name of your folder. So you can see that we're getting our hands dirty tonight. Miriam, you yourself, you can attest that what? It becomes better. What we have been talking about in classes as theory, we see them what? In action. Am I correct or not? Is that
yes?
Very
I
good. You enjoyed exactly. You can see that you yourself now you know where you should indent, where you should not add indentation. Now, if I tell you to create a data frame, you can create a data frame. So wait till tomorrow. By tomorrow, you will see your assignment in your assignment folder. Then this video also, I will share it with you guys. And so that you can go through what we've done, then do your assignments. Then we are good to go. All right. So let's call it a good evening. Is that okay? Or is there any question before we go?